Hi, dear viewers. Once again, welcome back to Championing Uganda TV. And of course, this time round, we are seated in a different place. As you can see, we are here at the Lake Saka Recreation Center. It's found here in the North Division, Fort Portal Tourism City. As you can see the beauty of Lake Saka Recreation Center. Behind is a lake. That's Lake Saka. Others call it a crater lake, but that's Lake Saka, as you can see it. Yes, of course, and this is your number one host, Basima Ronald Hidden Akiiki, and of course, I have hosted a big person working with the biggest organization in the region, and that's the Kabarole Resource and Research Center, and it's called Mr. Kahwa Enoch. I forget the third name. Fred. Mr. Kahwa Fred Enoch. This time round, we want us to talk about corruption, the fight against corruption. Of course, of recent, I've seen the president of Uganda has put a very big fight. Some of the MPs have been arrested. Some of the accounting officers, PS, were Minister of Trade, has been arrested, and others. And of course, it's why I've called Mr. Enoch Abukuba na akora mbitu bya advocacy kule mu Kabarole Research and Resource Center tutaka twekisani really en fight ya corruption no bulemo bukingwira corruption bijja kusobora kurura bwa kesho buri bwenguzo mwihanga rundi alho ekintu ekikoti kisemire kora. For us, we have to look at the big picture, the bigger picture. Atali only these arrests is tankire higuru chiki chine kilesiro buri bwenguzo. Briefly njetaga tutunge ture ideas kurwa mu mnyoro Enoch Kahwa Fred kandi agato ne kisani kikiwe kya kunihera wo nko mutu yakwe kisemire kura cyakorwa okora cyamara buri bwenguzo banzora mkiyeho abantu ali baturolira hana Championing Uganda TV. Then you go to hear your view about the recent fights against corruption.
Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. Hidden, for hosting me. And once again, I am Fred Enoch Kahwa, and I work with KRC in Advocacy Unit. That is the Governance, Police, and Advocacy. The viewers outside there, it's all our mandate to fight corruption, as how my colleague has said it. Of course, there have been the talk today to fight corruption, which has been again initiated by the President of the Republic of Uganda. By to Oborkurora, the number of years since the NRM government came to power, up to date, that is from 1986 to date, corruption has been an issue. When you look at when the president was coming, he was talking about fighting corruption. It was one of his 10-point program. And he has done a lot in as far as developing this country. But one thing he has failed is to fight corruption. I must tell you that, and very clear. But corruption has failed him. And we see at his evening time of leadership or taking up this country, that's when he's coming up to fight corruption. Because we're looking at his age and the number of years he has been in power, we believe that anytime he's leaving power, by all means. And when you look at the population of Uganda, the biggest percentage are the young people who are craving for change today. And it's not only in Uganda, but in the entire of Africa, people are craving for change. That the leadership of the continent has been spearheaded by elders. And today we're looking at change. And one thing I want to appreciate before I come to corruption is the government or the president has tried to start the process of change. When you look at his cabinet ministers today, when you look at the state ministers, when you look at different sectors, the young people, government parastatals, you see the young people are trying to come up now, and the government has taken, the president has taken an initiative of bringing the young people into these big offices. So what does that show as a political analysis? You see that now there is change which is coming in. Soon we shall see the head of state as a young person. You get it?
Now, some people are claiming that this is a fight. In fact, about MPs, some members of parliament, some Ugandans are claiming that it's a fight between cabinet and the legislature. There are some ministers who are very corrupt in his cabinet. None of the ministers were arrested.
Yeah,
so this is a fight, and that they are trying to paint a bad picture on Parliament to the extent that Parliament of Uganda at some point this Parliament is useless for Giho.
I was coming to that. When you look at how President Museveni has been doing his things in this country, in a way that some are disguising. When it comes to fighting corruption, but that he's coming to it. He has looked at infrastructure development in the country. When you look at 1886 to date, there has been change in infrastructure development. There has been change in education, though it is not all the best. But you see there is some change compared to other years or other leaders. When you look at issues of agriculture, there is some change. Now he has come to corruption, but he cannot fight corruption to zero. As we say, zero tolerance to corruption. That is very impossible. I want to tell you why. You cannot arrest an MP because of being corrupt. And when you arrest that MP, his members or his the voters of that constituency, the electorates, baliyo ne bastrikinga hakuwa basibireki, they are member of parliament. Because some members of parliament claim that they are taking this money and being injected again to their electorates, which is wrong on the other hand. And sometimes the electorates are the one who are putting this upon pressure to be corrupt.
But are these MPs accounting officers?
They are not accounting officers, but where are they getting money? Why are they arrested? Where are they getting money? They have influence. They're influencing the accounting officers to give them money. The permanent secretaries are supposed to be part of this because this money comes through these permanent secretaries. That's where the MPs are getting this money. That now, when we go back to the point, corruption in Uganda, Museveni has failed corruption. He cannot fight corruption in Uganda today and finish it, even if you give him more 10 years.
What do you think it's bringing about corruption in Uganda?
I want to start it at a zero level here in Fort Portal or in Toro here. I want to give you an example of a police officer who is earning a mtuaro around na. It's not even 500. You get mtuaro makumiana. That is what is taking home.
Let us give it a view. For example, Katoro police in a day, breakfast.
Exactly, breakfast.
Yari yankumisa.
Giba hankumibi the cheapest. Eri andazi dia siringi 10 na kachai ka 10. Nkumibi. Lunch gibara 5,000.
Nkumitano.
Then tapa gibara 5,000.
Mutargumu nkumibi.
This person has a family.
First leave alone the family. We're talking about a single person. Mutargumu nkumibi.
Times 30.
Times 30.
Esingizinga. So, already umsara kozireki guhoiro.
That means umubiri 10 mutwara 12. Mubiro 20 mutwara 24.
Egi mutwara sunainga?
Mutwara sunamukaga.
Mutwara
sunamukaga.
Mutwara 10.
Transport yo kubihambira kurara kwijabura.
He is not provided with accommodation. Not all police officers have accommodation at the stations. Nikimanisa he has
That's
to rent.
Single person.
Taina mkata. And remember in Africa and Uganda in particular, we have dependency syndrome. We have dependents. Titukagireyo achariyo go mukozo msara kozireki guhoiro. You have deployed this person to be good as a traffic officer. What do you expect him to do?
Nkubibiri
takuzanga because he's looking at muka umwana takasome. Ino mukazi. Na mukazi anaenda kusibiswa kwa ruling because is taken as a wife of a police officer.
Now from your view, as an advocacy officer, what do you think should be done apart from those arrests? Government
one, me what I see is first to solve the issue of unemployment and also vis-a-vis salaries, salary enhancement. First, sasura abakozi banu emisale nyakwikire, and secondly, give them better working environment.
Especially these local governments.
The local
government. Getting very little money.
Let's not look at it at a national level. We just look at it at a local government.
At the district level and at the sub-county
level. You are giving a sub-county chief 800,000. He's appointed, for example, Naruga Kasenda, that is his home area. Umutaire mugombora eya bufunzo. Kienjojo. That means he has to sleep there. As a sub-county chief, aina kutungenjo nyakozireki, nyakulimoderate. Na itagisaki,
is the accounting officer.
Is the accounting officer.
Natuki mtuwakinana bichenzo na ziraba mungaroi.
Chionko muhire milioni 20 for accounting. in that sub-county. I know Mwana wa Lukubi. Also Mwana want to go in a good school. Do you get it? So you cannot tell me you are fighting corruption by arresting people now. And guess what? These MPs who have been arrested, if you go to dig deeper, nusanga sente zenyine za civil, they came back to these people. Because politics today is for everyone. Civil servant or what, they're all politicians. Na ihayo sente ezo to facilitate sub-county chief. Kuija kumukora, mobilization na ground. We have seen members of parliament and some commissioners and other people coming to the ground na jakuru good.
Okay, I want us to win that because of time tujagaruka mu episode 2 tugete bazo this corruption at length ko tajimare egambo yabyo kumalira niba no maranga gwawe ugokushira abanya Uganda and the people in authority.
What I want to end with is looking at fighting corruption. It starts with me and you. Let us not leave it for the president alone. And secondly, the members of parliament should also put laws which are very clear. Let us know who does what and who does what.
Okay.
Because you cannot tell me you are a minister, no it's a korugudurwa sub-county. I want to end with this. You are a minister, but there is a sub-county road which is supposed to be worked on by a sub-county. Getting money from your pocket to construct a road for a sub-county, it is wrong. It is not your role. Okay. Allocate resources to the district. Then as an MP, then district allocates resources to where? To a sub-county. Because sub-county carry a budget, you're good. Okay. So where do you get money as a person to work on a 7 kilometers of road which costs about 25 million? Okay. Where do you get that money?
Thank you very much, Mr. Fred. Our dear viewers have been with Mr. Kahwa Fred Enoch, an advocacy officer from KRC, and of course, corruption. These arrests are not enough. Something bigger must be done. Let there be salary enhancements, more especially local governments, enforcement officers, Navand, as we also arrest these people, or the culprits about corruption. I have been Basima Ronald, Hidden Akiiki, #1 host, and of course, as I told you, we are seated here at the Lake Saka Recreation Center. Until next time.